Morning everyone, and today I'm going to be talking about marketing and my content repurposing master plan. Now it's Friday today, and the weather is switched big time. First time I'm wearing a running jacket and long sleeve for a while. From a few days ago I was in a vest and sweating. Now I'm a little bit chilly, but by and by. So marketing today, it's what I cover on Fridays. Now, quick disclaimer: I'm no marketing expert. What I want to do is, I've been studying marketing for the last 3 years. I do have a fairly decent foundation knowledge of what I want to do and how I want to do it. But where I can come at a slightly different angle is that I'm going to be talking to you about marketing and how to systemize the process. And what I mean by that is I've been pretty resistant to doing stuff like this for a long, long time. I'm actually quite an introverted character, but Russell Brunson, someone I follow pretty closely, he stated a long time ago a challenge of publishing every day for a year. He says, if you publish every day for a year on even if it's just a single platform, then money will never be a problem in the future, and opportunities will never be a problem in the future. And this isn't solely about making money at all. This is about a number of things for me. Like I say, documenting my journey and my legacy for my children. I've been terrible. I never journal or anything like that. I want my kids to see what I've done and why I did it. But secondly, what opportunities can be unearthed. And through my very little networking and marketing activities, I've founded several companies. I've developed several business partnerships, joint venture opportunities, and it continues to grow. So by actually putting some structure behind it, who knows what the potential could be. And I think that's something that we should all think about a bit more. And people do bark on about it all the time. Oh yeah, publish, personal brand, all this. And it's I've been super resistant because I'm not an extrovert or that type of person who's happy to put himself out there all the time. But I do see the value in doing it, and it's just something that I was very resistant to because of my personality type. But I'm all about challenges, pushing myself out of my comfort zone. So firstly, how to motivate myself to do this. As you know, I'm an avid runner, run marathons, ultramarathons, etc. I love a challenge. And due to COVID and the number of races being cancelled, etc., what I'm doing now is creating my own challenge. So I'm challenging myself to run at least 5k every day for a year, 365 days. No day off. If I get injured, I'll try and walk. But hopefully I try and nurse myself gradually, a 5k a day, and I'll do probably a longer run at the weekend as well. That will meet all my running mileage goals, but also allow me to do a daily vlog, which is the second challenge, my marketing challenge. I want to do this for at least a year every day and test the results. And what I want to do on Fridays is tell you what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, give you the results in real time so you can see what's working, so that there might be some tips that you can use for your business, and there might be some tips, things that you definitely don't want to do because I've done it and it hasn't worked. So hopefully you'll find that useful. So onto my marketing repurposing master plan, content repurposing master plan. Well, one of the biggest issues with this for people isn't the fact that, well, for me it was doing something outside of my flow, but for most people, they don't have the time to do it. Now, if you think, oh, I want to post every single day, and video for me is the best because I can just do it on the fly. There is thought that goes behind it, of course, and the planning of the content, but I can generally talk about things pretty openly in this type of format. If you do long form copy, or if you do a podcast where it's a bit more polished and that side of things, it takes a lot of planning, a lot of time, not just the planning, but then the actual doing of the content. It normally takes, not only do I have to do these videos, but then you have to edit them, make sure they all look nice, and I check the sound. You then have to publish them on whatever chat platform you're going to do. You need to learn how to publish effectively and little optimization hacks you can do with tags and hashtags, etc. And it's before you know it, just posting one piece of content a day, if you're doing it to multiple platforms, could almost take a whole day, a week, for people that aren't well versed in the process. And I know this because I've faffed around with it long enough. But with my background in systems and outsourcing, and the use of outsourcing to people like virtual assistants or anybody else in your team, I currently have a team of 8, all full time, varying from graphic designers, from bookkeepers, financing, from other fellow directors, operations managers, etc. So I've got a team around me to help with this, which obviously helps. But if you haven't, part-time VA, you could get anything from kind of £2.50 to £4 an hour. So a few hours a week shouldn't hopefully break the bank, but it will make a massive difference into how much time you spend on this stuff. So that's what I'm going to try and help you over the course of the coming weeks. But what am I going to do and how am I going to do it, right? Well, firstly, I've also got this action cam, my AirPods Pro, and this invisible selfie stick, which allows me to do these videos. Hopefully you think they're pretty cool, because my business partner tried to do just a walking video to me this morning, and he was holding his camera and it was shaking all over the shop. I'm shaking this really now. Hopefully that will show it, but this action cam stabilizes things so well, unbelievable. So which allows me to put content out like I am. So technology is amazing. So you just need to have the tech to be able to deliver what you want. You need to really decide the 3 main types of publishing. So the video, audio, or the written word. And obviously there's various formats, long form, short form, imagery, all that type of stuff that you can kind of bolt onto it. But firstly, decide on one. You could do multiple, and there are some hacks to do multiple. Like if you do a video, technically you can do all of them. You can get the video transcribed into text. You can use the video audio as the audio, but you have to ask yourself, eventually you want an MVP to begin with. What's the minimum viable product? What's the path of least resistance to get my content out there? And so I'd suggest starting with one platform. You can build this out. It's like a car engine, if you like. You can add modules to it and soup it up as it starts going. But the key is to get this engine purring and actually turning over so that you're getting content out every day, even if it's just in one platform, in one area of that platform. That's a good start. So what am I trying to achieve? Well, with this, I'm trying to build my Runpreneur brand, and being truthfully honest with you, I have other business opportunities in property, and the ultimate goal would be to have a like-minded community that I can share experiences with, give value with, learn from, as much as hopefully learn from me. But there will be some people that will possibly want to work with me in some capacity in my other businesses, and actually find out more about me and what I'm about. That may appeal or may not appeal to somebody, which is absolutely fine. And so there could be some trickle-down income, as one of my mentors, Rob Moore, often describes from doing this. So there is that agenda, but that's not the main one. So when I do this vlog, I want to put it everywhere and get everybody as much opportunity to watch this or unwatch it, whichever they prefer, and to be able to access it on any channel or platform. So I'm going to get this posted on my Facebook. So I'll tell you when I'm going to post it first, and I'll tell you the reasons why I'm going to do it and what I'm trying to do it for. Well, Facebook is going to be probably my number one focus. So it will go on my profile, but I'll be conscious of sending it only to people that are relevant. So there'll be some people that won't see it who are like close friends who've got no interest in this type of stuff. So there's a little hack on friends list, which I'll talk about in another episode, where you can exclude people from how you post quite effectively. Really, really powerful when you're trying to increase your reach to the most likely type of people to engage with your content. I'll do another whole recording on that. I'm going to put it on my Facebook page, and the reason I've got a page, don't really use it much else for other than when I start doing paid ads. I've done paid ads in the past with limited results, which I'll talk to you about, and I'll update you on that as I get there. Just quickly, excuse me if I limp here. You're probably aware I run in barefoot style running footwear, and I'm running across cobbly, stony ground at the moment, so my feet can feel everything. So excuse me if it looks like I'm limping. So Facebook profile, Facebook page. What page also allows me to do is I can run a chatbot from a page. Chatbots are super powerful because Facebook Messenger automation basically, And there are other things you can put on your website and stuff, and create automated messaging from your Facebook page. You can't do it from a profile, so you have to do it from a page. So if you've got a page, you might as well put content on it and try and build following on the page as well. The other benefit is that with a Facebook page, I know that you can have, I think, an increased number of followers on your profile now, but you're limited to 5,000 friends. But on your Facebook page, it used to be fans, didn't it? I think they're followers now. You're unlimited to the number of people that can actually follow you, so you can reach out. But people, you can make the 5,000 work really, really well by recycling your friends. And again, I'll talk to you about this as a hack. You don't really want friends who are non-engaging people on your profile unless they're ring-fenced as personal friends and family. And again, I'll talk to you the power of friends list. Another call. So, Facebook page, which allows me then to have a mini chat, which is a chatbot I use, that links with my Facebook page, so I can get people, I can communicate with people on a more personal level rather than a mass post and hope that some people see it and some people don't. Have more mini chat, you can say it's like an email list, but email is the ultimate aim, but there's so many people asking for it for very little, so many people spamming. People are resistant to giving emails now, so sometimes they're more likely to subscribe to your chatbot, which is a really good thing to do. So that's why I use a Facebook page, and then I use a Facebook group. Now, Facebook group is a major part of the strategy because it creates hopefully a tribe of like-minded people who are going to engage, help each other. This is where all the learning and value is given, and this is where I'll be hosting a load of free resources and content, etc. If it's really, really juicy and the demand is so high, I might ask for an email address for it. I haven't quite decided yet. I would like people's email addresses, but I want to do it in a soft way. Too many people going too hard. So I'm conscious of how I come across from a marketing perspective, and some people are just so aggressive and it instantly puts me off. So that's why I'm trying to think of ways to make it not too overbearing for people. So Facebook groups are going to be super key. I'll have to do a whole session on multiple sessions on Facebook groups and the strategies I'm applying, the hacks you can do with it, and how to optimize your profiles, etc. Like I say, I'm no expert, but I'm going to talk to you about what I'm doing. I'll talk to you about what results I'm getting, and then you can make the decision for yourself whether it's working. I'm obviously going to then publish my content on YouTube, create a YouTube channel with playlists for each day of the week, which is each section that I talked about. So Monday, business updates. Tuesday is running. Wednesday, systems and outsourcing. Thursday, past business experiences in property, investing and business. Friday, marketing. Saturday, productivity hacks and mindset. And Sunday, personal life, personal development, personal education. So there are 7 different topics I'm going to be covering on a weekly basis. So some people may only want to watch the running stuff. Some people may only want to watch the productivity hacks and mindset. Absolutely fine. But then it's all segmented nicely. And I'll be looking to segment that in Facebook groups as well, which I'll talk to you about how to do at a later date. So YouTube's going to be biggie. I'm also then going to go out to LinkedIn. LinkedIn, you've got a 10-minute limit on your videos. So obviously, most of my videos are kind of 15 to 25 minutes long. So I have to do some editing, which is another part of the process, which I'll be outsourcing, and I'll explain how to do that a bit later. So LinkedIn, Instagram TV, so I can put longer footage on Instagram. Instagram is a platform I've never, ever really pushed with. I've probably missed the boat in terms of the massive organic reach that people are getting, which is why I'm also going to focus on TikTok. Now, TikTok, up to 60-second clips, so it's going to give it more video editing to do. So, again, I won't be doing any of this. I'll be having my team or virtual assistant do it, which is a really, really important thing to do. Work out where your best time is spent. Once this is fully set up, I will literally do this vlog, drop it into my G Suite shared drive that people have access to, and from that raw footage, it will be edited. You know, when I start putting nice graphics on it and stuff like that as well in the future, but that's all in the future. It'll all be done, it'll be repurposed, put out everywhere without my involvement. So that's the objective of this. I'll talk you how I'm going to do it. So LinkedIn, YouTube, ManyChat will also be used to amplify my message. So if you put something out on a channel, it's only going to organically reach, because this is all free, by the way. I'm not doing anything paid here. Paid will come later, and I'll talk to you about my strategy for paid advertising when I get there. But so all this free stuff is only going to reach certain people on certain platforms. So if I have them on my ManyChat list or my email list, I can amplify it and give people updates when I've managed to release something new. Oh yeah, someone looking at me very strangely about this stuff. Excuse the wind, but so using tools like email and ManyChat, or anywhere where you've got a list of people you can access, then you can amplify your message. So really, really key. Amplify messages whenever possible. Twitter is another one I'll be using to amplify message. Very limited, but check out my new blog bag with a link. Some people will click, some people won't, but it's all extra traffic optimization and cross-platform optimization. You might get a Twitter follower that turns into a YouTube follower or a Facebook follower because of sharing of traffic. But one thing you do have to be mindful of is with traffic, generally they favour a specific platform. So there will be certain scenarios where you can move people from one platform to another, but some people are just so ingrained in one social channel, and you shouldn't be putting too much effort into moving them. Just engage with them on that channel if possible. So Twitter, TikTok's another one. I talked about building my email list. I'm going to build that through the last stage. Some people try and do it really early. I want people to like what I do and be comfortable subscribing, so that my opt-in rate is super high. I might get less people that I'm actually asking to opt in, but I'd rather do that than go to the masses and get a really, really low opt-in rate of maybe 10 or 10% or less. I want to be getting kind of 50% opt-in rates and above, possibly even more than that. But that's only going to be based on people knowing, liking, and trusting me, which is another marketing term that people use, and that's what delivering good value content will give you. So that's that. Also want to build websites. That will be my blog or vlog. I may trial and test one as a blog and one as a vlog, just hosting it. So again, there'll be people who find me from SEO of my actual websites. So again, I'll be outsourcing the development of websites and the administration of them. So so you can see, hopefully I haven't missed any out that I was going to talk about. I think I've covered all the channels I wanted to. And what I'll do is I'll give you an update on how this is going, but the plan is to, like I say, create the raw video, drop it into a shared drive in G Suite. The reason I use G Suite and the business version of G Suite, not the basic, it costs like £8 a user, but you don't have to have everybody in your team as a user, just the people you want to give specific email addresses. You can create loads and loads of alias accounts. I'll talk to you about G Suite a bit later, so that you can migrate multiple emails into one account, so multiple people can access the same email inbox. It keeps the subscription cost lower. But the main reason for G Suite Basic, I think, is once you're over 5 users, you get unlimited cloud storage. So when you're hosting these videos that I'm doing, 5-6 gig a go. I don't want that. I'm not going to store them on my local hard drive, or even if I bought external drives, they'd fill up really quick on doing this every day. So unlimited storage, it costs like £8 a user, so 40 quid a month. You get all the functionality of G Suite Business, which is amazing, and you use all the different tools in there, but you get unlimited storage as part of that. Super, super important if you're doing lots of video footage or some other form of unlimited cloud-based storage that's affordable. It's very, very expensive if you're not careful. So so that's a high-level overview of what I'm doing at the moment. The other thing I just want to very briefly touch on is the other businesses that I'm working in. Obviously, I have my existing property business. I don't do a huge amount of marketing activity for that because we're consolidating it, paying down the debt, and reducing the number of tenants we have. But we do some basic tenant marketing, which I'll touch on at some point in the future. But the other business I'm involved in is a Brand New podcast. My business partner Jack hosts that with other business partner Chris Taylor, and I help a little bit on the back end of that to try and help systemize the process of that. But they're smashing it. They're number one podcast in the business category on iTunes. So they're doing really, really well. That's all about personal brand. So what I do in this setup will be replicable and given to those guys as well. So when Chris and Jack they're prolific posters. They post far more than once a day. I'll be doing once a day. But the same principle applies to them. They just drop it into a shared G Suite drive and let the system repurpose it, publish it everywhere. And the final piece of the puzzle, not just the processes that knit everything together, but most importantly, which people underestimate, the inbound comms. So I won't be checking every single platform to respond to people. Of course I'll be responding to people, but I have a system in place that will pull all the comments into one place. I'll be creating a playbook of templated responses that I'll try and make as personal as possible to make the engagement relevant and not like robotic. I'm very, very conscious of that, but I can create all these new snippets and playbooks which you can automate other people to respond on your behalf. And then the ones that people, the team can't respond to on behalf, I'll pick up and respond to and create another snippet. So as you evolve this, you get loads and loads and loads of messages. If you don't have some form of process in place, and you're posting every day, and you might get, 10 comments on a piece of content. That's 70 comments you've got to respond to just in one platform a week. Times that by all the other platforms, it takes up all your time. So you've got to have a process in place to deal with the inbound comms. When we talk systems outsourcing, I'll talk to you about how you can outsource things like email, posts, phone calls. My smartphone does everything but ring. I don't ever check my emails. I do a bit in social media because I have to from what I'm doing, but if I don't respond, it gets picked up by the team, and I respond to it at a later date, or the team responds to. So you've got to, and also inbound comms from your team is something people underestimate.